Hi guys, welcome back, and this is our review on the Google Home and
the Google Mini.
Okay, so the question that you might want to actually know is, well, what is it? Do you know what it is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a smart speaker and it connects with Google Assistant.
Yep. So in terms of functionality, the Google, well, you can see from the size, there's a stark difference in terms of the size, but in terms of functionality, there isn't that much difference between the two products. With the Google Home, there is a touchpad at the very top where you can press it to control the volume, and basically it kind of lights up like a Christmas tree. All different types of lighting there. And with the Google Mini, it doesn't have that functionality, but on the side, you will see that there is, you may see, I don't know whether you can see it from the picture, but you can see that there is a button, which is a privacy button. So if you wanted to mute it, then all you need to do is switch it on and off. So in terms of functionality, what does the actual Google Home do? So I could ask Google, well, you can ask Google a number of questions, but you start off usually by saying, "Hey Google," or "Okay Google."
Hi, how can I help?
So also you could set it up where it will recognize who's talking to it at any given time. So for instance, I've set it up so it recognizes who I am. So I'm just going to ask Google now, "Hey Google, what is my name?"
It's going to speak.
"Hey Google, what is my name?"
You're Mish.
So because Google Home and Google Mini recognize who I am, I can ask it a question and it will automatically recognize that it's me who's asking. So I'm going to start off by asking it a question. "Hey Google, what is my name?"
You told me your name was Mish. I could never forget that.
Nice answer. After setting it up, it knows where my workplace is. It knows where home is. It knows even what's in my phone, because I've set it up where it recognizes my number. So I can set reminders. It even syncs up to Google calendars or my own calendar. So it will remind me of what events or what appointments I already have, and it will let me know when I ask Google about my day. So I'm just going to ask, "Hey Google, what does my day look like?"
Ravishing.
And I'll ask it again. "Hey Google, what is my day?"
Good evening. The time is 6:06 p.m. Currently it's 19 degrees and cloudy. The forecast today is 18 and mostly cloudy. Enjoy your day. Here's the latest news. From BBC Minute at 3:26 p.m. last Thursday. From headlines from BBC News at 1:17 p.m. last Thursday.
Okay Google, stop. So as you could hear, I also got newsfeed from that as well. So I can set up what news I want to hear, whether it's world news, technology news, any type of news. It will be able to give me that when I ask it what does my day entail. There are other features of it as well. So you can also ask it to kind of remember things on your shopping list. So I'm going to ask Google to add a certain item to my shopping list. "Hey Google, can you add cheese to my shopping list?"
Okay, I've added cheese to your shopping list.
You can also ask it Any other questions? So, for instance, I know for you, Maya, that you usually ask it questions in terms of your homework.
Yes.
So what type of questions do you usually ask it?
And for all the viewers, it's not cheating, it's homework help. Okay?
It's cheating.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
So, I can ask it what type of sums it is. I can ask them the square root of things, but I never do because I'm not a cheater. But my mum is. Don't tell her that, okay?
You can also ask it about the weather. So, okay, Google, what is the weather in Florida?
Right now in Miami, it's 31 and partly cloudy. Today, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecast high of 31 and a low of 26.
So as you can see, I'm not American, but I've asked it about the temperature in a location far away, so I have an idea of what the temperature's like over there. Don't know why. It's not like I'm going to be flying out there tomorrow, but you can ask it literally anything, as well as traffic. So Google Home and Google Mini are aware of where my work location is because I've added that to it, so it knows exactly where I work. So in the morning, I will just simply ask it how long it's going to take for me to get to work. It will even tell me now how long it's going to take to get to work, even though you're not driving to work right now, but it will tell you. So, okay, Google, how long will it take me to get to work?
With light traffic, it will take 27 minutes to drive to work. You can see the full directions on your phone.
So what you can't see is that it will send those directions to my smartphone and it will let me know the route that I'll need to take in order for it to take me 27 minutes. So it's pretty handy if I'm in a rush in the morning and I want to know what is the best route for me to take in order to get to work on time. It can also tell a couple of jokes. Maya, do you want to demonstrate?
Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Okay, here you go. I used to want to be a cardiologist. But then I realised my heart wasn't in it.
Okay, Google, tell another joke.
Here we go. A book just fell on my head. I've only got myself to blame.
Horrendous. So in terms of, I'm sure you recognise that when I speak to Google, it speaks in a male voice, and when Maya speaks to Google, it speaks in a female voice. And that is because I have set mine up where I get a male sultry voice. And Maya's not quite set up to Google Home yet, but she can still actually interact with the unit. So anybody who's in the house can interact with it. You don't necessarily need to be synced up to Google Home or Google Assistant in order to do it. So there's a lot of other things which are great in terms of, you know, kids. So my girls,
she can sing and she can rap.
Oh, well, do you want to ask her?
Hey Google, can you rap?
So hey you want to hear a verse? Just know my lyrics are clean, I ain't the type to curse. If you fancy a giggle, I've got jokes up my sleeve, and I'm inside a machine, I don't take sick leave.
Hey Google, can you sing?
Yes, I can sing, I like to help you, even if it's strange, so I sing.
That was beautiful. That really was. That was beautiful. So like I mentioned, I'm able to change Google's voice. There are a number of different voices. To be honest, I'd heard and I'd read, and I don't know whether or not that's just only applicable to America, but you can actually put the John Legend's voice in. So you can have John Legend telling you what your day is likely to be like. Can you imagine what that's like?
Especially in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Isn't it? What? So, moving swiftly on, you can also broadcast to all of the speakers. So I'm going to demonstrate. So we have 2 speakers on at the moment. As you can see, this isn't connected, but we have these in different locations all over the house. So I'm going to broadcast now. Okay, Google, broadcast.
What's the message?
Everyone, I am the most amazing person in the world.
Okay, broadcasting now.
Everyone, I am the most amazing person in the world.
Oh, hell no!
That is amazing.
So we're talking about me.
That is just, I know. Google just knows the script, right? So, hobby, to my detriment, usually uses broadcast, and you can use broadcast when you're not actually physically in the house. And whilst he's out shopping, he will send me random messages such as, Jennifer Lawrence is the most amazing and beautiful person in the world. Yeah, it's not cool, is it? It's not cool. But you can broadcast. Is what, in essence, what I'm trying to say that you can do, which is one of the other additional traits of it. Also, I'm not the best cook. Really, Maya? Baby girl, you could at least have said, no, mummy.
No, mommy.
At least sound convincing.
No, mommy, you're not the worst cook in the world.
I kind of am. So I'm not the best cook, and the good thing about Google is that you could, using your smartphone, you can find a recipe, and then you can send that recipe to one of these, and it will literally guide you through the process of cooking.
Jennifer Lawrence is beautiful and amazing.
Do you know what? That husband, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Oh, if I'm not here, next time, if there isn't another video, you'll know why I've been incarcerated.
What does that mean?
Incarcerated?
Oh no, there's another meaning above me. Okay. Okay, go on. Incarcerated, yes.
Well, yeah, incarcerated meaning will be showing up here. But I probably won't be, courtesy of that husband of mine.
Jennifer Lawrence is the one.
Yeah, right, okay, I heard. I've got ears. So anyway, like I was telling you, so I can send recipes to the Google Mini or the Google Home, and it will guide me through how to cook, which is really, really handy. I can also ask it to set a timer. So, okay, Google, will you set a timer for 5 seconds?
All right, 5 seconds. And that's starting now.
Not really proposing that. Oh, there we go. 5 seconds.
That was 5 seconds.
That was 5 seconds, apparently.
That was 1 second.
Right, okay. Okay, Google, stop. So you can set a timer for any period of time, and it will basically do that for you. You can even set reminders. So I can ask Google to remind me. Okay, Google, remind me to pull the washing out.
When do you want to be reminded?
I want to be reminded at 8 o'clock.
Your reminder put the washing out at 8 p.m. is ready. Do you want to save it?
Yes.
All right, I'll remind you at 8 p.m.
So it will alert me at 8 p.m. You probably won't hear this, but it will alert me at 8 p.m. just to let me know, and it will also send me a text message as well as announce it on the speakers. So it's really, really handy in terms of reminders as well. So it pretty much acts as your PA, doesn't it? Pretty much. It's like, who needs a personal assistant when you've got one of these smart thingies? You can't go wrong. Right?
They are assistants, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, but it's like a personal assistant. She doesn't seem impressed, but I am. So, other things that it can do. You can also make a call. So, right, okay, who should I ring? I know. Let's ring that husband of mine. Okay, Google. Can you ring Mohsin?
Just so you know, it looks like your number needs to be verified. Otherwise, the person you're calling won't get the number you're calling from. To verify your number, just go to call settings in the Google Home app. Calling Mohsin Mobile.
Hello?
Bye. So you can make calls for using you can, he'll be so vexed. His voice was basically on film, but you can make calls basically using the Google Home or the Google Mini at any time, so it's pretty nifty in terms of that. It's also really good because it connects with other products, some of which we have reviewed in some of the links down below. It's in our channel if you take the time to have a quick
Can I mention some of them?
Just go for it.
So Google also tells you the status of the Nuki Smart Lock.
It does. So if you you can basically ask it whether the door is locked or unlocked, and it will let you know. It will be able to lock your door for you if you ask it, but it will not be able to unlock your door. Another feature of it is that you can also ask it to turn on the thermostat or turn it off if needs be. So yeah, it connects to Nest basically. So our thermostat is a Nest one. So it will basically tell us, or we can tell it to do whatever it is that we want it to do, and it will do it. It's just, you can't go wrong. And all whilst I'm still lying in bed. You cannot get better than that. So we've talked about the Nuki. We've talked about the Nest thermostat, which we haven't reviewed, but we will. But there's also another one, which is Nest Hello. So Nest Hello is the video doorbell. And the way that it connects, so it doesn't connect to it directly, but it will connect using the Chromecast. So we've got the Chromecast 2, and with the Chromecast 2, and it won't work with the Chromecast 1, so I need to let you guys know now because I wasn't aware of that and I found out later on, so we picked up the Chromecast 2 for that reason.
Disclaimer.
Exactly, disclaimer. So you need the Chromecast 2 in order to be able to see and watch your front door live footage using your TV. So you attach your Chromecast with the HDMI, and then you're able to see everything that's happening at your front doorstep. So all you need to do is you would ask Google to show you your front door, and it will show you your front door on the TV. So in our previous video when we were reviewing the Nest Hello, we basically showed you footage from the TV, which was being live streamed via the Chromecast. So it's pretty nifty. Now there is other things that it can connect to, which hubby doesn't know about, but I'm gonna buy. He don't know that yet, but he probably will if he's watching this video.
But none of you guys are going to tell him.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
going
tell
to
him.
promise
You have
me.
to keep it a secret. So, shh. It's our secret, right? He doesn't need to know. Okay? So there's one thing which we want to pick up, which is
The Philips Hue
Smart
bulb.
Shh, don't tell everyone. It's the Philips Hue Smart Light. So basically how that works is we're able to then control the lights with our voice, just using the Google Home and the Google Mini. How brilliant is that? So all we need to do is just ask Google to turn off the lights, and it can do it.
You're lazy.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing lazy about that. It's perfect. So you can tell it to turn on the lights or turn off the lights. You can set messages. So you can set, how do they put it now? So basically you can add a command, any command, and it will do a series of different things for you. So if you basically say good night, to Google. It'll be able to turn off your TVs, turn off your lights, turn off everything just with that simple command. How great is that? Unfortunately, our TVs are not that clever. So it doesn't quite turn off our TVs. Not yet.
Hello.
I've not added TVs to the list though.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I come to talk to you again. Anywho! Okay, come on, let's carry on. Enough with the sad face.
Okay, so yeah, no new TV.
Oh, smile.
So I want the Philips smart lights system thing, so we can get light bulbs, everything, that sort of thing. I also want to pick up, and I think it's called a Roomba. It's basically something that will help vacuum the house, and it's like robotic, so it will just go around the house and vacuum everything, so I don't have to. Please don't say lazy.
Lazy.
No, it ain't. It's perfect. You don't know?
Then you can just stay in.
So, saving... Well, I was going to say the best till last. It's one of the features. There is music.
Music.
So, I love music. Any type of music. I don't discriminate. Just any type. I like rock. I like hip-hop. I like rap. I like all sorts. Now, you can stream from Spotify, Google Play. You can play even off an iOS Apple device, so you can play off of your phone using Bluetooth, which that functionality wasn't there before, but it is now. It even plays DAB radio, and as sad as it sounds, what two stations does your mum love to listen to?
Magic FM and Smooth FM.
Yeah.
As well as
What?
Jazz
FM!
Jazz FM.
So that's 3 stations.
Alright, but there's like Smooth FM and Jazz FM. My favourite Magic is like kind of the guilty pleasure. But I love listening to those 3 DAB stations. You can get any of the DAB stations just by simply asking it, and it will play it. But best of all, if you have more than one speaker, so let's say you've got your Google Home, and you've got a Google Mini, or in our case, if you've got several Google Minis, you can group them together and you'll be able to play your music on all of the speakers simultaneously. It's like having a disco in your own home.
Yeah, but everywhere.
Yeah, but everywhere, isn't it? I just think it's so cool. And I like music, so, you know, if I move from one room to the other, I'll still want to be able to hear the music rather than leaving the room and then it's like, oh no, I really like that song, but I needed to go and get something.
But what if you're trying to sleep and someone plays music and it goes everywhere and you can hear it and it's really loud?
So it's like you.
Yeah, it's a bit like you then, isn't it?
No.
But then you
Smile.
can ask Google to turn the volume down. So, like so. Hey
What
Google,
if there's not a Google?
will you turn the volume down 50%? So I don't know whether you heard the little beep, but it's turned the volume down by 50%. So in answer to your question, in each of the rooms you can adjust the volume.
Yeah, but what if there's not a Google?
Well, if there's not a Google there, it means that
They
we
have
need
to
to
go
go
to
and
the
buy
nearest
one.
Google.
We need to go and get another Google.
Well, you don't have
Again,
to.
don't tell Daddy. We're getting, we'll get it for every room in the house. If needs be, a party everywhere. Yeah?
Even in the loft.
Well, there's an electric point. Good idea. Shall we get one in the loft as well?
No.
Yes. Party up in here.
Oh, break.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the new features, and this is the last point which I want to make, one of the new features that it now has is continuous conversation. Now, I'm not quite sure how it works. There is a button for it in the settings for Google Assistant, so I know that it is kind of available, but it also has a disclaimer basically stating that it's not available here in the UK. So the way that the continuous conversation works is that you would ask Google a question, and then it will basically respond, but then it will wait for you to ask another question in relation to the question that you've already asked, and it will continue that conversation. Now, that functionality, as far as I'm aware, is not fully available here in the UK, but it will be because it's available in the US of A. So we've got to give it time, and then it will be available here, and I think it will be another quite nifty, handy little trick that it has. Now, I've reeled off some of the quite handy tricks that it has. There's a lot more which I haven't mentioned, otherwise this video will be way too long, but all I can say is that it is a great product to have. It's great for homework for these girls when they want to cheat.
It isn't cheating!
I don't cheat. I don't use Google for cheating. I just ask Mum and Dad. That's better.
And then we ask you to ask Google.
No, you only told me that once.
Yeah. Anywho, so it's great for homework, it's great for trivia and games and things like that. So in our next bit, we're going to give you the verdict on what we think of the product. So, to our verdict. Now, I am going to be giving this a 9 out of 10. And the reason why I'm giving it a 9 is it is a completely fantastic product. I could give it a 10. I know that Google are in talks, but in terms of being a personal assistant, I would expect for it to make appointments for me. It can't at the moment, but they are in talks in making that happen. So if I want to contact a business or book appointment for a GP, for instance, it will be able to do that for me in the future. So in the future, it'll be a 10. At the moment, it is a 9. Layla?
I'm going to give it a 12 because it's better than 10 and Google Mini and Google... Well, I don't know what it's called.
Google
I'm going to
Home.
call...
Google Home.
Well, it's called Google Big because it's big.
Google Big. She's renamed it, guys. It's Google Big and Google Mini. I think that works. Okay.
And it's better than 10. And it tells you stories, tells you jokes. You can play games. And you can ask it to sing and rap. And...
Yeah, it's an overall brilliant product, isn't it?
And you connect it to the TV rather than connecting your phone or using the remote.
Yep, she's right. Netflix, streaming your front door, which I mentioned earlier, so it's great for all of that. And Maya, what's yours?
I have given this product a big 9, which is good from me. And I've given this product a 9 as it can tell you jokes, it can play music, it can play games, it can play riddles, it can play Spotify, it can play YouTube, it can connect to Chromecast and everything, and it just gets me excited. Excuse me!
Right, so on to our final verdict. So, drum roll.
Surely it's only me and Maya.
We have given it a 28 out of 30. So the reason why we've given it a 28 out of 30 is, like we said, we've deducted points because there are a couple of things that, you know, they can add to it, such as booking appointments and things like that in terms of personal assistant. But overall, an absolutely amazing product. Definitely worth the buy. And you cannot go wrong with it. And we love it, don't we? We use it every day.
Not me.
Well, you might not, but I know I do. So yeah, it's worth it. And if you have any questions, then add your questions in the comments below. And you need to like, share, and subscribe.
Something fun.
Bye.
Bye.
going to ask Google now, hey Google, what is my name? Of the difference between the two. So here is the Google Mini. So that's that. And then you've got, it's alright, it's okay. Hey Google, can you add halloumi cheese to my shopping list?
Alright, I've added halloumi and cheese to your shopping list.